Here we are at the center of the universe, also known as Fremont. Today, Justin Day and I are going to take you a tour of Fremont and Wallingford. There are two neighborhoods right next to each other, just north of downtown Seattle, but they are wildly different. So come take a tour with us today. It's going to be fun.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go. All right, so we're where a lot of people think this is Fremont, which is kind of downtown Fremont. We're by a thing called the Fremont Troll, which is up there, but that's a tourist trap. If you really want to enjoy the cool things about Fremont, you really want to start with all the local businesses and shops right here.
Yeah, one of my favorite parts of all of Fremont is the fact that everything is very local, yeah, I mean, there's no chains necessarily. You got PCC around the corner, right? That obviously is one chain.
Well, you got to have a grocery store, right?
Correct. But everything else is very, very local. You know, even a restaurant like this Thai restaurant here, just looks super cute. Lots of wonderful coffee shops around. You know, really cool bars. You know, really cool night scene down here in Fremont as well. I think that's why people just, this area is really blown up over the years.
Yeah, it's very walkable.
Yeah.
It's still a little bit eclectic, but yeah, let's take a walk.
Yeah, so we're walking down Fremont right now, and you know, it's kind of an interesting intersection here, being, you know, there's multiple streets in multiple directions, but you know, it kind of gives it a cool little vibe, a very urban vibe to it.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a very busy intersection. Lots of different shops here.
Yeah.
There's a famous soba restaurant that, you know, Japanese ramen places and have taken off, and that's a soba noodle over there, which is totally different. I think it's called kamaneki. So it's over in that direction. But let's walk down here and get away from this busy intersection. We've got other cool little shops here, as you can tell. This bar here has been around a while.
Yeah.
Called the Triangle Pub.
The Triangle Pub, exactly.
Yeah, it's shaped like a triangle.
Yeah.
So very straightforward description.
El Camino.
El Camino, famous little Mexican restaurant, has been here a long, long time.
Smells so good.
Smells delicious.
Yeah.
You know what's changed is they've been able to expand their seating area now, and you've got not only the back door patio, which is pretty cool and has some sun over there, but you've got all this front seating, which used not to happen.
Yeah.
The Barrel Thief, wine and whiskey bar and restaurant. Super cool spot. And right next door is Swell Restaurant. Also some really good wine and some really delicious food. So here we are on 36, which is also still kind of the heart of Fremont. And you know, we've seen some pretty cool eclectic things already. Like, I didn't even know this place existed. This is just a massive, massive greenhouse. Check this out. Okay. House plants. From my experience,
Yes. Well, we're talking to Mr.
Yeah.
Foodie here.
Yeah, Nuna Ramen is the only place that has a good vegetable ramen, in my opinion. That houseplant place was interesting because I wasn't sure if that was a weed shop
I thought it was, dude.
or if it was a bunch of plants, but turns out in this case, it's just houseplants.
And yeah, and we are literally like a half a block here. This is Dayton. I mean, I've sold several townhouses on Dayton, and it's literally, I mean, that's how close you are. It really provides an urban environment that's really not that far away.
99 walk score,
Yeah,
right?
oh,
Which
yeah,
means
totally.
everything is within footsteps.
Yeah.
You can just see already, right? We're taking some shots here across the street of all the townhome development. And you've got townhomes, you've got apartments, you've got a few condos, very urban lifestyle. And then Fremont actually is going to extend all the way up to 45th, 46th, 47th.
Essentially Woodland Park Zoo.
Yeah, almost all the way up to the zoo, right? And it goes all the way up the hill, and you're going to get a lot more I guess just another section of Fremont, different houses, a mix of townhomes,
Yeah.
mix of condos.
So what are some of the, I would say, downsides or the things that people would want to think about when they're coming to Fremont?
Nowhere to park,
Okay.
right? So if you are coming here to hang out for the evening, parking can be challenging, so just be prepared for that.
Yep.
If you are buying a place and you have a car, ideally you're going to get a
Right.
place with parking, right?
Yep.
So there's going to be a premium to pay for parking.
Yep.
I mean, look at this new place also, right? You got a little seating area there. It's called the Speakeasy, called Plants and Beer. Across the street, Bylaw Bar, I think it used to be the ballroom, and now that's changed.
I think that's actually a place where they do dancing there.
Yeah, it used to be called the Ballroom. Now
Oh,
it's
it
got a
did?
new,
Okay.
now it's got a new name now. And then there's a couple legendary eateries over there called Norm's and Roxy's, and then I think a new little speakeasy bar called the Back Door opened up there as well. So sneaky little places that are opening up that create more fun. So a couple new spots here. I guess one isn't new. And this is newish, called Local Tide. Really good fish and chips. I think they have grilled fish, but yeah, definitely one of the cool spots here. Very healthy, very reasonably priced. Get some seafood in Seattle.
Can't be in Fremont without talking about a brewery too.
There we go.
You know, it's funny.
Atlan Brewing Company. Yep, local
Fremont
brewery.
and Ballard are obviously very well known for their breweries. Aslan Brewing, it's a newer brewery.
I think so.
I honestly don't really know too much about them other than the fact that I've only had one of their beers, but
Yeah.
you know,
I am certain I've had one of their IPAs.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, but really cool vibe inside too.
Yeah. There's been, probably an evolution of like what is good Asian cuisine and what can Americans eat. And this is a spot by a famous chef, Korean chef here, who's been nominated for James Beard Award. She has one of my favorite restaurants that I recommend to people called Joule, Joule,
Jules,
right?
yeah.
And this is her other spot called Rebel. So a little bit more affordable, just really good, delicious Korean bowls.
Love it.
Yeah. And a cool spot.
Yeah, so right adjacent to the heart of Fremont here, we've also got Fremont Studios, which is a event space effectively. And so they do a lot of different things there, but I believe there's a winery, if I'm not mistaken, there as well. But really a big draw for a lot of people here in the Fremont area.
Big event spaces. I've been to some charity auctions, and across the street is the Foundry.
Yeah. Yeah, and coming up here, we've got the old Theo Chocolate Building, which is such a gorgeous building there.
Yeah.
Maynard, you were mentioning that that's changing into something here pretty soon?
Yeah, absolutely. So Theo Chocolate was a local chocolate company, and then they got acquired by a larger chocolate company, and now it's going to be turned into pickleball courts.
Yeah.
So kind of a really growing recreational pastime and quote-unquote sport that a lot of people love. So it's definitely taken off in Seattle. This is the birthplace of pickleball, for those of you who don't know. So this is going to be 10 pickleball courts here inside, indoor, year-round enjoyment.
So
it's all these details that are important, right?
one of the features we haven't talked about, Maynard, that I think is truly wonderful is we got the Burke-Gilman Trail right in the heart of Fremont as well. And so that connects you directly down to Ballard, obviously, along the shorelines of South Lake or Lake Union, getting all the way towards University Village and University of Washington.
Yeah.
Making your way all the way up through Northeast Seattle and, all the way up on the north end of the lake.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is Gilman right here.
Let's do it. Let's go check it out.
Yeah, and right across the water, is the north side of Queen Anne. You can just walk strictly right across the Fremont Bridge where we got started today, and enjoy all the restaurants and whatnot. But also SPU as well. You know, not a big university by any stretch of the imagination, but a good-sized university just across the water here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, here we are. So the Fremont Cut, we are in a cold day here in May, mid-May. It should be warmer, but it's chilly. So we don't have any boats going through the cut right now, but you know, it's a nice peaceful way to just walk out here. There's really cool viewing benches down here. And as you said, Justin, right, this is the Burt Gilman Trail where you have biking that goes all the way to Ballard, all the way up to Lake Washington, past the University District, up into your neck of the woods, Kenmore.
Yep, getting up into Kenmore, north end of Lake Washington.
Yeah. All right, so is it time for a beer? Is that why we're here?
Not quite, Maynard.
No?
Yeah, not quite.
Damn it. So we're at Fremont Brewing.
Yeah.
Everybody who drinks beer has probably heard of Fremont Brewing.
Yeah, it's
right?
a staple in the Seattle area for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where we are right now is effectively just to the east of the heart of Fremont. So it really is such a cool spot.
Yeah, right. I mean, what is the heart of Fremont, right? I guess so. Yeah. So this makes sense. But again, we got the Burt Gilman Trail right there. We've got the water over there. And we've got Fremont Brewing here. They added this, I think, permanent food truck here called Smash That. Has delicious smash burgers. So
smells ridiculous.
Yeah, let's go take a quick tour and walk through what this place is like. But yeah, you can see the ambiance is great. All right.
Yeah, this place is normally absolutely packed.
Yeah. Dog friendly, kid friendly.
Yeah. Love the covered areas too, the heaters. The beer is really good.
If I go inside, it's gonna tempt me to have a beer. So we're just gonna stay out here. Got to order with the QR code.
I'm not even hungry, but I might order one too.
It smells good, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, so we're walking right now to a place called the Wet Clay Cafe. Business that opened up a few years ago. We actually hosted our podcast here. What was that? 3-4 weeks ago?
Yeah. All things Fremont with the owner, Randy Both of Wet Clay Cafe.
But what a fun spot here. I mean, they've got a really cool outdoor seating area. People can actually do their projects out here as well. But inside, this place is really cool. I mean, you actually go and can make the pottery yourself. You can go ahead and paint the pottery. You can then have it glazed, and you can come pick it up later on down the road. It was perfect for me to give my wife a Mother's Day gift. So that was a big hit. But yeah, such a cool. And the pizzas, they have really, really wonderful wood-fired pizzas here. Good coffee shop.
Don't forget the wine, Jeff.
The wine, of course.
The wine.
Really just a cool place to hang out and have some fun. But when I came here probably a week ago, this place was packed. I couldn't believe how busy it was.
Yeah. So, it's pottery, like you said. You can make it or you can just paint it.
Yeah.
Either way, it's a cool spot.
Totally.
All right, Justin, we can't talk about Wallingford without going to Gasworks Park. It is really one of the iconic places of Seattle, and not just Wallingford.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's truly like iconic and, one of a kind anywhere. I mean, there's not really many places that have these gorgeous views of Lake Union, downtown Seattle, the iconic Space Needle. We've obviously got Capitol Hill to the east and Queen Anne to the west. Really is a pretty stunning spot. I think my favorite part, and many people's favorite part of Gasworks, though, is the 4th of July fireworks that are hosted right here. I mean, really the perfect spot to take a look at them.
Yep, I can picture the barge just sitting there right in the middle of Lake Union, all kinds of boats and just fireworks shooting in the air.
Yep. Well, we're at the start of boating season right now. We're not seeing many boats out there right now, but
it's a chilly day.
Chilly day.
Chilly day.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A cool thing too that's happening is also the addition of like concerts here in Gasworks Park.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
So yeah.
Where do they set that up?
Well, they set that up. The stage is usually
over here.
Over there.
Yeah.
Yep. And then it's pretty impressive.
Got all the seating up on the hills here. That's
Massive
really cool.
Seating, yeah. So I recall actually going to one last summer where you enter over there and they have it on the other side of those pipes over there. And boats would come in and get free concert at a boat, right? Kayakers would come in. It was a day party. Yeah, super fun.
Very cool.
All right, well, let's go check out the rest of Wallingford.
Let's do it.
We've shown you the businesses. Now let's go see what you can actually buy here in Fremont. We're on 42nd Avenue and Evanston, up in the northern part of Fremont. This is an awesome street. It's a classic street, just a couple blocks from a lot of cool businesses. So you get the perfect blend of walkability and a nice neighborhood feel. Just over here, we have Fremont Ave, and you got a grocery store. You've got Paseo sandwiches, Rock Creek Seafood, You Need a Burger, Cafe Vita, everything you could imagine, but let's go check out these houses. All right, so Fremont is characterized by craftsman style homes. Some of the earliest settlers were in the 1900s, and what's cool about it is it has evolved into a place where everybody can live. You have $1.5 million Victorian style homes, just like that one over there. You've got about a 1.2 million, 2,000 square foot home. They've got a DADU in the back area, so pretty common. And then we've got this property right here, which was acquired for $650,000. This is a 1906 home, and I can tell you it's probably gonna be worth about $1.5 million, $1.4 million once they put all the finishes, all the modern finishes into it. Let's keep walking down the street, and then you can see exactly what else is out here. Yeah, this home is probably from the 1920s. And just one block north of here, you're actually gonna see a lot of modern townhomes. So for now, we're just cruising around to see what a more quieter single family neighborhood is like. Of course, this isn't surprising here, right? You're gonna have a tear down, and you're gonna have about a 2018, 2019 ultra modern home, rooftop deck. We're really elevated here, so you can imagine the views that has of downtown Seattle, Lake Union. You're probably even gonna see sunrises to the east over the Cascades, and you're gonna see sunsets to the west over the Olympic Mountains. I think one really nice thing about Fremont is it feels like anybody can live here. It doesn't feel ultra elite. There's a wide range of housing options. You're gonna have apartments here within a block that you can rent for, you know, maybe $1,400-1,500 for a one bedroom. Yeah, you can see some nice apartments over there in the distance. So yeah, so you can see we've got just a wide variety of homes here, all different styles. You didn't have a builder come in here and do mass construction. Look at that cute little yellow home over there. You got the one-car garage in front. So if you're lucky, you can get maybe a 2-bedroom, 1-bath starter home on a small lot here, single family, for about $900, if you're lucky. They don't come very often. They don't come around very often. But you're gonna have more townhomes that are affordable, you know, ranging anywhere from $750 maybe for a 2-bedroom, up to about $1 million for a nicer size 3-bedroom. And if you're gonna have some big views and more square footage, like 2,000 square feet, you could be looking at 1.3, 1.5 million. Yeah, we're continuing down Evanston Avenue, a wide variety of homes. It's very quiet, yet we're close to really nice amenities, right? This one's kind of more craftsman style with a small front porch. And then check out this ultra modern home. This is kind of home that would be built by a builder called Modern Den. I mean, that upper floor is probably a primary suite or another bedroom, and you can imagine how big those ceilings are, how high those ceilings are. There's another ultra modern corner lot home. Here's another craftsman home, right? So a wide range of single family homes, yet you go 2 blocks north of here, and then you're looking at more townhomes and apartments. If I could choose to live in an area of Fremont, it would be this area. This area is great because you're away from the Fremont center of the universe, but that place down there is a little bit more hectic, you know, the one closer to Fremont Bridge and Aurora Bridge. This area is, to me, that perfect balance of residential, yet walkable to some of the coolest spots that you need. You've got your grocery, coffee store, and some good restaurants. We're getting to the end of this upper area of Fremont, and then you're gonna hit a dead end, and then you're gonna have stairs going down. But that way towards the water, about 5 blocks, probably a hill that you wouldn't wanna walk, so easier to get an e-bike and make the trek up and down, or an Uber. But yeah, if you're in good shape, that walk won't be an issue for you. And you can walk up and down the hill all day long. Just north of here, we have Woodman Park Zoo, so everything is close and accessible. Next stop, let's go check out the neighborhoods of Wallingford so you can see what you can buy in Wallingford. We are now in the neighborhood streets of Wallingford, and compared to Fremont, you're gonna see some similarities, yet at the same time, it is completely different. For example, we have this beautiful 4,000 square foot home that just sold, corner lot, just a couple blocks from the main drag of Wallingford Ave, just sold for $3.5 million. You're not gonna find that price over in Fremont. And we have this beautiful corner here where you've got 1912, 1914 homes, all on this fabulously desirable area with views to the east, views of the water to the south. This location is desirable because we're close to QFC grocery store, all the great shops on 45th Street. We have Wallingford Playfield and Hamilton International Middle School, all within blocks. One thing about Wallingford is the lots are generally much bigger. You're gonna be looking at 7,500 square foot lots, some 10,000 square foot lots. And because of that, the houses are much bigger. So the average price point here for a single family home is gonna be closer to $1.6 million as a median home price. Average price per square foot, $1,000 right now. Yes, you heard me say $1,000 a square foot. That's for the smaller houses. And for the larger houses, you know, maybe 800, 900 square feet. So you got lots of different styles here. Craftsman style, you got 4 squares, you've got Victorian style homes. It definitely feels a little bit more peaceful here, as well as not quite as eccentric, maybe is a good way to put it. Fremont just has that little quirkiness to it, and it also shows in the variety of like the homes and kind of the types of people that live here. But Wallingford is still its cousin, so let's not mix them up too differently. They're both desirable places to live. Here we have another big corner lot. I mean, the size of this lot is probably approaching 10,000 square feet, and it's perched high above here, built in the 1900s or 1910. Another nice corner lot there, craftsman style, big front yard. Oh yeah. And we have a nice, cute brick Tudor home here as well. Corner lot orientation. Sidewalk is closed here, so let's cross the street. So yeah, that last street was pretty impeccable. You can see right now the streets are getting steeper. So the further that direction we go, then you're gonna be running into Gasworks Park, the waterfront of Lake Union. That's where you're gonna see all the kayaks and the boats. So up here, you're more oriented towards my life centers around Wallingford Ave and maybe Stoneway over that way. As the closer you get to the water, your life starts to center around the water over there. Maybe it's more accessible to actually to go into Fremont, into PCC. So it really depends on where you are. We're also on this, what I would call probably one of the most central parts of Wallingford, but you can go about 8 blocks north and 8 blocks south, 4 blocks west, and 10 blocks east. Wallingford, from an area standpoint, is quite big. So each of those neighborhoods is gonna offer a different perspective, a different variety. Today, we're just gonna focus on this main street to give you an idea of what the traditional, historic, craftsman, 1900, 1910 homes are like. One of the more expensive, more desirable areas, but you're gonna have this all over Wallingford. It's just gonna have a different vibe, different feel in each of those areas. Yeah, I think one big takeaway before we wrap up this part of the neighborhood tour and show you what the houses are like, there are tons of townhomes here, condos as well, apartments. So there's a wide range of housing for all kinds of different people. If you're looking at townhomes, you're probably looking at prices ranging from $800,000 for a small 2-bedroom, and then you're getting up to 1.6 million if you're talking about a shared wall townhome for some of the larger ones. Condos, you're gonna be looking at 500,000 is for a starter home, and then they can get up to 800, 900. There's a really nice condominium view project right across from Gasworks Park. That is a cool spot, and you can get prices ranging from a $400,000 small 1-bedroom up to 1.5 million. All right, here we are in the center of Wallingford, at least. Across, there's a QFC that has a big Wallingford sign, so kind of iconic and famous. But this is where you have lots of restaurants, coffee shops. You got some good places like Molly Moon's Ice Cream.
Now we're talking.
Now we're talking, yeah. So this is why people like living here.
Yeah, and as we were saying, I mean, it's once again another dense part of a neighborhood in Seattle, right? So Wallingford has its little core, and this is the core of Wallingford. It's funny though, because you look at the dense core of Fremont, it really lives very differently than the dense core of Wallingford. You have a lot more single-family houses that are in very close proximity to here, whereas you don't really see that in Fremont.
Yeah, that's a good point, right? That only part of Fremont has a lot of townhomes.
Yeah.
While here, as you kind of saw as we were driving, right, you have these beautiful historic 1900, 1910, 1920 homes that people pay a premium for. And that's why at least the residential living feels different in this area. Let's walk over here and check out some of the shops. So yeah, Green Lake doesn't have all the like restaurants and shops, just kind of a few spots. So Green Lake is more about the lake, right?
Yeah.
Wallingford here, the lake is close enough, and then yet you'll have all these awesome kind of restaurants and things.
Yeah.
So we're here to talk about Minato for a couple of reasons. One, it's delicious. Japanese donburi bowls, you can pick spicy poke, spicy salmon, tuna. They have eel. I think they've even got chicken as well. But it's a little bit of a trend here in Seattle with the cost of food, the cost of real estate, that places like this are popping up everywhere, where essentially there's not a lot of real estate. So it's essentially a takeout place, right? So we also see businesses associating and using spaces at breweries just to kind of partner with them, and then they don't have the costs of running a brick and mortar business, yet they're able to serve a lot of people.
And breweries, you know, want to have food service for their people to hang out there longer. And
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So that is a trend.
Yeah.
Like, so Justin, a couple other iconic spots. Well, one is iconic. It's Dick's Drive-In. The original Dick's here in Seattle. Dick's Burgers over on 45th, over that way towards the freeway. And then we got to talk about your favorite, Hidden Gem, right?
Hidden gem is a good word for it.
Yeah.
You actually introduced me to it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's in the middle of a corner store. It's called the 45th Stop and Shop and Poke Bar. That place just blows my mind. So if you like poke, it's fantastic. It's become so popular, they actually opened up a location in South Lake Union.
Yeah.
And that place is hopping as well. So
It is
yeah.
the first poke spot before the explosion of other poke spots
Yeah.
around the area. So 45th Stop and Shop inside a grocery store, big chunks of fish, very fresh.
A lot of imitators.
Yeah.
No one can do it though, in my opinion.
No.
Not quite as well as them.
Yeah. All right, cheers, Mr. Day. No better way to end it with a local ice cream shop, Molly Moon's. Everything is fresh. Probably one of the original ice cream shops before other like competitors from Portland, Oregon, like Salt and Straw came in on the mix. So they're both great. My personal favorite, the salted caramel at Molly Moon's.
What did I get? I got the
Cookie dough.
Cookie dough.
Yeah.
Yummy. It's got a nice cinnamon flavor to it.
Ah, delicious. All right, well, we hope you enjoyed this tour of Fremont and Wallingford. They're both great neighborhoods, but both very different, right? And so we hope we helped you understand what the differences are like, complete differences in kind of the real estate and the vibe of each area. It's been a lot of fun. What's your takeaway?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always thinking of it from a real estate perspective and, you know, two completely different styles of living, both Fremont and Wallingford, even though they're right beside each other.
Yeah.
And super close in proximity, so.
Well, you get the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching if you watched this far. So you must enjoy watching things all real estate. You might be wanting to move to the area. So we're Justin Day and Maynard Wagner of the Wagner Real Estate Group. We've helped people over 15 years here in the area. If you're interested in learning more about Seattle and moving to a neighborhood here, please reach out. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you on the next one.
Cheers.
Cheers.